luxury, adventure, innovation, all in one city. Can you guess where we are? Today, Arabian Mavericks is honored to have a maverick from Dubai. It is Mr. Tawhid Abdulla, the founder and chairman of Jawhara Jewellers. First thing first, where do you get all this energy from? Whenever I call you, I message you, you are on the move. You are a true globetrotter.
When you love your job, I think you're always there with a
How do you
pleasure.
manage
Because it's a passion. So it's obviously that when you are passionate for something, so you just go for it.
Very true, very true. So it all began in 1907 and we are here in 25. You are at the helm of a legacy, which is a century old. On a personal front, how do you carry it forward?
We are on the fourth generation already on the
Okay.
business. So the same happened to my grandfather, my father, myself, my brothers. So we are, it's like any other family business. People are taking it from generation to generation, especially the jewelry business is a little bit more traditional.
Yeah, it's a legacy business.
That, the corporate structure is there and so on, but still the drivers are family-minded business.
What are the pivotal moments in that journey?
Plenty of them.
Can you remember some?
I think, when passing the business from generation to generation is the biggest challenge. And which we are facing now, passing it to our young generation.
Okay.
The language we speak is different, their language, the speed we do, the risk we take difference to what they think of, the method, everything is different from a different world to a different world. So that per se is a challenge.
How do you cope up with the Gen Z generation? The language is different.
They are very smart. Definitely, they are much more friendly with the technology, which we are not, and they are very quick decisions, which we are not. So there is plenty of difference. But I think they still look at us and they still try to get the best of what we have. If we had any to know, so they continue with it.
Can you remember any specific incidents in the past which transformed in that journey?
I have seen when the Gulf War was there.
Okay.
So, all of a sudden you find yourself with so many stores, so many people working for you, so many commitments, so many orders in place, and so on. And you find that the next day everything is shut. There is no income, and you might be with a lot of debts and a lot of liabilities, and the cash flow is not there. So I think that was one of the toughest moments we have seen in life, and that you have to do something. So I remember well, at that time we said, what is there? There is war. And then we decided to go to Rome and sign a contract with the army, the Sixth Fleet, and we started have, business with them and selling to the soldiers and it continued for about a year and a half. And then we, business was, instead of chain of stores, it was into handbag and, outdoor sales people. We were all doing it. And it was really, challenge. And
it might have been an experience of...
Oh, yeah, that was, like you abandoned a chain of store, you abandoned wholesale and manufacturing, and you pay everybody because you have you have a moral obligation. But at the same time, when you work hard and you ask God to give you, help you, there's this came out of the nowhere, and it was profitable, it was successful, and we met our obligation.
Correct. At your 20s also, you had this interest into jewelry business, or maybe of some different interest?
I think business is the DNA. You either like schooling and learning and so on. And some people, probably myself and my brothers, we preferred the life, the business, rather probably the passion is more important. Somebody like to be a doctor, somebody like to be a merchant, somebody like to be, I don't know, an artist, somebody, it depends on what kind of vision you build for yourself.
The Damas chapter has been a truly learning experience with mixed
No, it was
emotions.
not learning, it was real matter of fact. And we established the company in 79. It was an extension of the family business. And then one point of a time, we decided to sell the business with a reasonable price. And there was, financial reason behind it. We had 4 big companies at that time. We had to sacrifice one of them. So we decided among us 3 brothers that we will sacrifice something that we can rebuild easier than the others. And that was, we party with it with big love and big passion. But life continued, and we started Jawhara in sparkle of no time. And
rest was history.
Yeah, it was a pleasant history, but we still have the same feeling. And probably we are bigger in size today. But the passion is the same.
That we can see always. 300 plus outlets in 12 countries across globe. It's not only about the strategy, it's also about a mindset. So how do you feel from navigating into different market, into culture, expectations?
But that's new for us because we have done it in the past. So the new era that we are living in Jawhara now is something that we have done. It's like you drive somewhere and then you come back and then you need to drive again the same road and the same destinations and so on with almost a big number of the same people. So practically you just change a car, but the change a vehicle. The rest is almost the same. Supplier are there, the product is there, the know-how, the knowledge we had, the friendship we have built over the years, the loyalty we have built over the year, the trust we have built over the year, and then the environment itself that we have lived and created is the same.
Jewelry and tech might have seemed 2 worlds apart before, but not anymore. Personal front, are you tech savvy?
In the past, they can live separately. In fact, our business still an illiterate business, but still we began to use more of technology. And today, it's indispensable to be a part. If you don't use the technology in all the means, either in manufacturing or information or replenishment of stock or all the reports, and so you cannot even have a day at work without the proper implementation of technology.
So now Jawhara Jewellery is completely digitally upgraded, digitally backed jewelry, right?
Can't say totally because reordering, for instance, still we do it manually. Designing, we still do it, manually. Probably finance and logistic and so on. Big manufacturing is definitely from manual to a lot of new technology, especially when you do a mass number of pieces.
I've been here seeing all news that you recently opened 3 outlets on a single day in Dubai. So the team is playing a pivotal role, right?
It's coincidentally happened as well that one project was delayed, the other project was on time, the third project was in shorter time. So we had that joy to have them all together in
great.
It wasn't being planned to create on the same day, but it has happened coincidentally.
From Italian craftsmanship to the international collaborations, how do you strike a balance between staying true to the heritage at the same time being innovative, especially with the Royal Mint?
No, but let me just explain one thing that, in Jawhara, we have not done anything new versus what we have done on the previous company. So we are open for collaboration, and we had a chance to present and be a representative of distributor for Royal Mint, and that's something, and it happened on the right time because now gold prices are quite high, and the bullion consumer, I'm talking B2C, that they are demanding bars, and we have got the most reliable sources of Royal Mint, which is 1,100 here of probably more of credibility. And so what could be a better partnering, presenting
Yeah.
them more than that.
You have always been instrumental in bringing all these associations in GCC from the beginning on.
Yeah, to be frank, in Damas we had, because we were the Asian stores, we were doing the international stores with in collaboration with international brands. And today we are a little bit less than that, but we are depending a lot more on the in-house brands.
Okay.
But hopefully, we are converting 3 of our most important stores to high-end stores.
Yeah.
So I think by October end, you will see 3 of our stores. The Emirates Mall store is converted to a high-end jewelry, and in Galleria Mall in Abu Dhabi, and hopefully one more shop in Sharjah, which we are still on the last stage. So that means that we believe on the 3 category of the business. Yet again, we are so much open to see if we could present some of the international brands.
Okay.
In the past, the international brands used to go through some GV or partner and so. Today, with a very open activity, they come themselves and they do it directly to the consumer.
And Dubai is opening up in a bigger way.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the beauty of Dubai.
Sustainability and ethical sourcing are a big conversation now.
Oh yes. Today, who are you be able to start or continue or begin a new business if you don't have all the proper compliance, if you don't have the proper ethics, if you don't have the sourcing, if you don't have the QYC for either the supplier or even the consumer.
Yeah.
Today you have got an obligation to know who is your consumer, who is your client, who is your supplier, where is he sourcing from, what banks is he using, what kind of refinery, what kind of bullion he is using, is it a UAE good delivery? So it's the chain of compliances has given us extra comfort, makes your life easy. If you're going to deal with somebody in any part of the world, and when you present your balance sheet and you present a recommendation from few other suppliers, that means a lot, and that makes your life. It allow you to start or continue or restart from any of the suppliers. So it's very important.
But there is a thin line, right? Especially it is business. So it's on the natural sourcing, at the same time, homegrown, lab-grown diamonds. So how do you strike a balance between
I
that?
have respect for, since it is allowed on the country and it has a separate SQ on the customs, that means the government is allowing. But as a company, we decided to stick to lab-grown diamond, not to sell.
Yeah.
But we are stick to sell only natural diamonds. And it's not that with that any disrespect. It's not. We decided. We have sold a lot of natural diamond to all our consumers since 100 years. And to come in today and says, there is probably it's a matter of loyalty that I want my clients, my company, my family clients to continue to be comfortable with us. Every single piece at Jawhara we sell with a certificate. Either it's 5,000 dirhams or it's a 500,000 dirhams. We are committed to that natural diamond. It's a good margin. It's a good buyback. Tomorrow I can face my client when they come and want to sell a piece of jewelry that they get back 60, 70, 80% when it is in diamond jewelry. They get 90% when it's a gold jewelry, for instance. So that gives me more confident to continue and to maintain that relation with the.
That's nice. Yes. Yeah. From gold and pearls to the international collaborations, this market is growing massively. How do you look into it?
No,
what will be the future?
No, the future we continue to do whatever we are doing, probably in a little bit larger scale, probably have one more phase of the high end. So no big change. It's the same gradients, but creating fast food versus creating special cuisines by getting special dining, and so it's only different in phase and level of, but the business is the same. The principles are the same. The the margin we keep is less, the after-sale services to be improved, and the offering is more, and the designing is more, to adapt with the younger generation, to adapt with more day-to-day, respecting the seasonality, respecting the desire of the consumer and the wish of the consumer, going fast. The white gold came and took the last 20 years, a big numbers of years.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's a U-turn back to yellow gold. So you have to also adapt to that, get rid of the white and go into the yellow gold, because that's the fashion is.
Now, tell me, what is the advice to the young entrepreneurs who want to enter into the gold business? As you rightly mentioned, it is a legacy business and there is a little scope of disruption for the newcomers. So what is the piece of advice which you can...
They have to keep in mind that it's not a business that can be so fast running like anything they enter on the internet and digital business and so on, and you in no time you become so rich and so successful stories. I think within our business it's still more on the traditional way, still more to, yes, it is, it takes time. You put a palm, you plant a palm tree, don't expect to get the dates in 1 year. No matter what you do, you have to wait years, probably 7, 8, 10 years. So patient is the key. Low margin acceptance is the key. The consumer demand today is much more than the past consumer, because he's faster, she's faster, and they want everything, and they want to enter on digital and start having it. I want it redeliver here. So we understand that, the young generation today, in a rush. So my simple advice is, have the passion, have the eagerness, have all what you want. Just go a little bit slower.
Do you advise the same thing to your son?
Yeah, definitely. We 3 brothers together. Like one of us is accelerator, one is notifier, no stop, reduce, one is a brake, total brake, no stop now. So that combination.
And what are you in that?
One of
you generalized it.
So I think, the combination of management and the teamwork and the managers around, we are one team. It's not, there is no level of obligation. We are all, we run the business a little bit different when it was. It's not the CEO who take decision. It's not the chairperson who take the decision. It's the management team who take the decision. So I believe it's a more, it's more calibrated decision today with the new generation. I think that would be, single decisions is probably not advisable.
Okay. And what about the competitors in the jewelry? It's all about ads, marketing, about the too many marketing frills are happening around.
We are in a marathon. You can't, if you enter, click on, let's go and run. So it is on the run all the time. And we have got nice environment of competition. We have got the trade, we have the jewelry group who has put all the traders together. If there is something we need to educate the trade, it's happened from the jewelry group. So unification of the industry is really fantastic. I think we are probably, if not the best environment of the world, it's definitely one of the top best on the world, the environment.
Especially on the security part.
Security, the government support, the government understanding, the government interaction with the trade. It's not been heard any part of the world that if you have something to say, you approach government department, they do not ignore you, they call you, they will find out, escalated to another level. And so that's why the industry is flourishing. That's why today we are best quality of the world, at best price of the world, at best designs, at best environment, at all. We started having all these SEPA contracts with the world. So, we are inviting everybody for the marathon, for the entering in competition. It's a healthy.
Wow, that's a nice term to be used. So you yourself have mentioned before in Gold Souk itself, there is a local app which makes sure the security part of it while moving the gold in and around the Gold Souk itself. Government has been doing some initiatives.
This is initiative from the government.
Yeah.
The SIRA, the security agency of the police, is a fantastic. It's something out of this world. You know, they create an app for you on a bag moving around. It's like Scotland Yard watching your jewelry.
Yeah.
So it's and it's ongoing continuation. We have got a lot of security on the gold. So the government practically hosting us to a nice environment every day
Sure.
at
Sure.
very reasonable approach. It's a very simple way. You go around, you see it's so simple, so everything is so smooth, and I'm sure it's on the back office there where they sit. It's a complicated matter.
Very correct. Very correct. So now, what about the awards and recognition? Is it an adrenaline pump or how is it? How do you take it?
I think it's part of our day to day. Who of us doesn't want to reward himself? Every person in this life like to. Even in buying power, today the number one buying reason is rewarding ourselves.
Yeah.
The lady, she reward herself, the daughter reward herself, the family reward themselves, and so on. So rewarding ourselves, I think, yes, we would like to continue to contribute to the society, and we would like to reward ourselves, our approach for better environment, and we do a lot of training because that's very important.
What about the women power in the jewelry industry?
The most power is the buyer. The female buying is still continue, and I think the designing, and I think the exhibitions, the creators, and most of the time the manufacturing even. A man might have a tough hand, but the female has soft hand for fine finishing.
Okay.
Without a hand female, despite the technology, you need the female. So she is the hero of all the stages. She has the crown, either in buying or selecting or designing or manufacturing or training or HR. Most company has got a female. So I think, yes, still she continued to have the main role.